to go and carousel. The rest of their legs. Okay, then, so there is one.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Stop doing video, checking the camera.
Yeah, doing it for a year under the all the gear, no idea flag, 3, 2, 1. And you can see though the ground definitely heavy here this weekend. I mean, just walking around you can feel the sponginess, 12 miles an hour. So these guys don't do the weave, but they are making their way up to Bruco Bend and for the finish line. Lots of support there down the other side, down in the corner. That's great to see. And for the finish line, let's have a round of applause for the team of Just Drag, setting a time down of 76.51. Again, that is in the advanced class, so a round of applause for them.
I'll be interested Dan, to see how this competition in the advanced class is going to heat up. We saw at Burnley at the auction it was getting very tight between these advanced teams. And here we go with another advanced team. It is Place Your Bets. Joe Bet and Pit Bet is the horse rider.
Yeah, so this team, very local this team. Guys work at Wadswick country stores. I probably said that wrong. And you can see, again, this is an advanced team, taking it easy, nothing too crazy. Tom, I'm just having a quick thought here about the sound and the soundtrack, with you being up there and me being down here. Is that going to be causing an issue? 14 miles an hour from the team as they make their way around towards Bruco corner, Bruco Bend. You can see the horse wanting to run on there, enjoying that little bit of downhill as it goes into Bruco. Now we've got to pull up the hill and pull the board rider, not challenging the board rider too much, not having to do any work. Nobody's really pushed any the grip that much. Aiden did a little bit, but Aiden is very good in the wet, so we haven't seen anybody really test how much grip there is out there. It'd be interesting to know, to get the feedback on that when it comes in. For 51 seconds on the split, these guys, of course, are racing against the class. Sorry. Yeah. Are racing against Just Drag, who got 76.51. And they're pushing for the finish line. 76.51 is the time to beat. It's a 71.52. Which puts them into first place, and they now hold the bonus point in that category.
Well, this is exactly what I was saying, Dan. I'm interested to see how these guys start warming themselves up, because, you know, there's a lot of competition in this advanced class.
Yeah, exactly. And here we see, again, it's the team of All the Gear, No Idea. Shouldn't have brought that horse around so quick, but never mind. All the Gear, No Idea coming out, and these guys have done quite a lot of work with us, been here a year. We did see this pony run not very long ago, really, so they could do with separating that up. And retiring. Oh, okay.
That's tactical. That is definitely a tactical thing. They just want to see what everyone else is going to do. They're going to save the gas for their last run, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that is what's happening there. They're going to... So it's a tactical withdrawal that is done, which means that they've withdrawn from the race and they've handed everybody else a chance to go. And also they're probably thinking, because of the emergency substitution, they want to give that horse a rest. I imagine when the next one comes out using that horse, they will do the same, and then the next time that they come out, they'll actually race the horse again.
I missed all that emergency substitution stuff, Daniel. I wasn't paying attention.
So now we have the team of Top and Tails. This is one of the top teams, top international teams. They raced in Denmark in 2020, and they will be going to Prague later on this year. It's a bit of a tricky start, but they've managed to get it going. It's Ryan Roberts on the board, Caveman Ryan Roberts. It's Amy Richards on the horse, and the horse is Indy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this horse always wanted to be a racehorse when she grew up, and who am I to deny her dreams? Straight away, flat out down this opening straight, no messing about. for this speed trap. 27, I'm going to guess. 25 it is. Around the corner as they make that way down this far end and into Bruco. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. These horses are just like your horses at home. The louder you scream, the faster they go. All the way now for Bruco, for Redback Boots. And Ryan looks like he's pretty comfortable.
Yeah, he looks like he's got plenty of grip. I thought it'd be really slippy out there, but he's digging in. He's doing some great work. I mean, this team, they just don't slow down.
They're going for the 90th degree. The split time is 34 seconds on the split. They're up. Now, can they get that bonus point? How many runs has this pony got in it on this heavy ground? 17, 18 miles an hour. So now they've got to make this turn onto the centre line. It's the 3-cone weave, ladies and gentlemen. They do this normally. Let's just hold our breath and see. It's clear. Give them a round of applause and start to call this little pony home. It's little Indy. She thinks she's 17 hands and she's got a heart of a lion. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, as she fires around the arena, looking for this speed trap one more time at 24 miles an hour and making this final turn into Bruco Bend. And Board Rider slipping and sliding, but looks like he's got enough grip.
Outside.
And through the finish line with a time of 81:13. I am surprised it was let's have a look at the time.
On the elite split.
Into the elites. 81:13 puts them into second place. A great run there from Top and Tails. It looked very aggressive, but Chill Winston's smooth, controlled run still sits them in first place, holding the bonus point.
You know, that Chill Winston came out and went, let's stamp on this now. Because they want to win here at Bowood. They lost out here last year.
Yeah, so now we have the team. It's a HC team, ladies and gentlemen. It's Charlie Buss again in her Dead Pigeon colours, and this is a new pony that they're bringing into the sports. That's why it's not running as a team at the moment. They're running HC, but given the fact that this lady has produced 2 multi-championship winning horses, you would imagine that that's the same that's going to happen with this one.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can just see Charlie's, it's a schooling run, she's training the horse, but the horse has already got a forward motion. You can tell the work's been done at home. A little bit of an uneven canter there, but then Charlie just brings it straight back. Just teaching the horse, telling her this is the game, this is what we want to do.
Yeah, exactly, and the horse is listening to her. She's had her since she was a foal, and she's really put the time in, and you can see going well so far. Up to the split time at 46 seconds. I'm not sure how comparable that is with the other teams, but because they are going to run the elite course, going into 18 miles an hour.
Is this Charlie and Aidan looking into next year or the year after, going, do you know what? We want to bring in a championship horse. Winston's still winning, but you know he's not getting any younger.
No, well, I think that's exactly it. Horse working very hard in there. Charlie Buss, a great bit of riding there to really make sure the horse fully understood exactly what she wanted from her, even though it was hard work. And she starts to make this final lap now. And we'll imagine how Aidan's legs are feeling. I'm sure he's pretty glad to get the race over. But at 88 seconds so far, the first run by Spare Parts was a 94.54, 19 seconds. So with this little horse on its first completed run, let's have a round of applause for Nettle, ladies and gentlemen, and for Charlie Buss for showing us. That's the first time we've seen that horse run. It will go on to big things. I imagine sometime in the future that will also be coming on the international trips with us. With a time of 104.34.
Hold the races.
So just holding the races for a moment.
Well, if you've got outside cones going down, pull the poles out.
Receiving.
So we're just hearing that the officials are just having a bit of problem with some of the poles with the wind, as is always the case here at Bowood. It's always windy here, and it sounds, we're hearing from the chatter from the pits that 2 horses or 2 teams have retired. Top and Tails have retired after the first run. Now, they could well think that they just put everything in that first run because she struggles over big arenas and it's soft here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's it. She just, you know, this is a massive course for a little pony like Indy. 108 metres between inside cone to inside cone, and it's just massive for her to go round. And I think you're right.
And it's a heavy track. It's a heavy track. Okay.
with the music on, with words, over there it sounds horrendous.
Right.
Sounds just horrendous.
All right, we'll try and balance it out a bit.
It's just when they're singing in the songs, you can't understand you
So,
at all.
is it? Alright,
That'd be
so
really
this
hard.
is the team of Nightmares making their way in. Again, this is an advanced team. One of the favourites for the advanced competition, would say. Can we flip to the advanced, please? One of the favourites for the advanced competition. I've seen that Place Your Bets are still in. They're currently in first place with a 71.52. They have the bonus point, but Nightmares are making their opening gambit. 22 miles an hour from the ex-Polo pony ridden by Sarah Bunny. And the board rider's name, Tom, is not on my fact sheet.
James Kahn is.
James Kahn, there we go, James Kahn, into a red back boots. Again, a relatively local team in this region of the country at least, into the chicane. And you'll love the way this pony works. Again, probably going to find it is a lighter horse, so probably find the ground that little bit heavier for them. In this sort of ground conditions, 39 seconds on the split, in these sorts of ground conditions, you want your Winstons, your big X-race horses that have got all that extra power. 21 miles an hour, this pony really going for the first place now as they go into the final turn. And through Bruco, throttle, oh my word! Oh, how did he manage? Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause there because he just nearly got launched off that board with a time of 57.04 with one touch to add of making it 58.04. They go into first place by a whopping 13.48 seconds. That's a massive run, and that's a bonus point almost in the bag. The Send It Siblings and All the Gear No Idea have got an awful lot to do, but this is the Send It Siblings team in the red and white. It is Fenella and
That is literally not on the fact sheet.
okay, the brother and sister team. Board rider working quite hard. They've only done 2 competitions with us, but making great progress. Had a great debut competition. Got into a real fight, race fight with the other teams. 19 miles an hour. And the board rider getting great. That's great to see. Great to see that. He's sliding, getting his hand down, and coming through the diagonal.
Yeah, it's a great bit of work from the team. Vanilla really looks after her older brother as they come round now through Redback Boots corner onto the chicane. It's a tight right-hand turn, border getting low. That's a great bit of work from him and a really nice stance that he's got on the board. Now just sit into that heel turn again as they come up towards.
Also, look at the rope work that he's doing into that corner. That's really good rope work, the way he's got his hand up the rope like that. Into the split time, 47 seconds. So I'd say they're off the pace, but the thing is, this team need to keep building their experience. You know, Nightmares have got more experience than this team. These guys don't shy away from a fight, do they? They like to push at it. The board rider's got his arm quite locked out there, looking for the finish line. She waits for the call through the finish, and a very close release I saw. A round of applause for the team of Send It Sublins. The referees say that they just. The referee says they will allow the release. The release was almost too early, but they are going to put a video review on it to have a look after the competition. Basically, if you release the handle off the horse rider before you cross the finish line, the race is deemed not to have finished. The same rule, i.e. if you're not all attached when you cross the finish line, you didn't finish the race. Same applies for starting the race. If you're not all attached when you start the race, you didn't start the race. So here we go. It is the team of Just Wing It with their new horse. One for Harry, I believe this one is called. I like the look of it. It's got a leg on each corner, and it's got a solid bit of mass underneath it. I actually quite like this pony. From the first time I've seen it out and running.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see some massive speeds from these guys this weekend. You know, new pony coming in.
That's a nice horse.
But they're working. They're working really well together. You can see Annette really trying to be consistent with the pony and just showing it like we're not going to push, but we're just going to set a time down and start to learn the game again.
Good work. That pony is doing very well. Into the split time at 43 seconds. And this isn't a flat out run, and I don't think she wants to do a flat out run, but this is a good, solid, steady run. Steady, fast run, as we would call it. 17 miles an hour. There's only 3 speeds in horseboarding, ladies and gentlemen. There's steady fast, fast fast, and crazy fast. Those are the only 3 gears that you've got. Going into the
That was a
weave.
lovely bit of work.
Where has she been hiding this pony? Why hasn't she brought this horse before? Now making the left-hand turn and looking to see more of what this pony's got. Then she's letting the throttle out. Is she going to be able to bring it back? That's the question. Flat out into that speed trap at 28 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen, setting the day's record so far on the first attempt with this. Oh, is he going to finish the race though? He does, through the finish line. And let's see if the brakes work as well. And it looks as though they do. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Just Wing It. Coming out with almost an overly confident run for the first time you've run that horse in an arena.
Yeah, I mean, 28 miles an hour. I mean, I was scared, and I'm sat in here.
That was pretty professional. I have to say, that was pretty good. That was a nice change.
And that puts Just Wing It into 3rd place.
Great run. So only blues and twos yet to run from the elite. Chill Winston currently have the bonus point. Now this is a team last year here, ladies and gentlemen, that scored 31 miles an hour in 2 consecutive runs. Never been done before. Now this is not the same field as it was last year. You know, the ground's a lot heavier. I can't really see it hitting that sort of speed, but we did just get a 28, so, and we are only in the first rotation. 23 from this horse. Ex-racehorse, winning ex-racehorse, Sally Optimistical. And again, this is Amy Richards with Ryan Roberts, and they've done a great job. It took about a year bringing this horse on, gently increasing its speed and gently increasing its knowledge of the sport before really allowing it to start to race. Basically what we try and do, ladies and gentlemen, is get the horses to a point where they can, where they're no longer asking to go fast, so that we've got all the gears. 38 to 9 seconds. It was just on the cusp of the change, and now heading for the split speed trap, 17 miles an hour. A steady fast run.
Yeah, and looking on to the weave, I think they're just building this up. They're not going to come out and blat it like we've seen some of the other teams. They just want to know that they can get around this course consistently. Oof. Oh, and that's definitely a touch.
I didn't actually see the touch. I just saw him nearly get yanked off the board by the horse. He took a bit of a big stride, the horse did. She did, and just launched into the end of the bridle and onto the end of the rope, which sends a massive jolt of power down the handle and can really hurt your shoulders. 21 miles an hour, and normally results in the board rider being launched off the board. Going for Bruco, and for the finish line, with a time of 87.39. A round of applause for blues and twos with a solid, steady run. And that puts them, one touch to add, makes it 88.39, which puts them into 3rd place. So, after the first rotation of elite teams, Chill Winston is in 1st place, and they are currently holding that bonus point.
Now, I want to come back to something you said earlier. You said not on my fact sheet. There's literally a fact sheet of names on this program in here.
That would require me reading the screen. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested to get involved, we're always looking for new teams, and you come chat to us on the trade stand, and we can tell you about our future training events and methods of getting you into the arena and join these crazy bunch of people travelling all over the country and Europe to perform this racing. So here we go, spare parts, and they're looking, Luke de Chastelain looks a bit confident, 24 miles an hour as they make that way around the arena, and now we get to see what Archie the racehorse is all about. Ooh, board rider working hard, just managed to stay on his feet there, They're currently in 5th place, and they are 16 seconds from 1st, 2.49 seconds from 4th.
This is proactive from Spare Parts, like really proactive.
I like it.
Working well. Oh, he went onto 2 wheels. That was a great bit of work from Luke. Onto the split time now, down 37 seconds.
Just 36, just on the cusp again. 36 to 37 seconds. Oh no! Oh, and he's down! Release. And ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Spare Parts, pushing the limit and finding the edge. Not the most spectacular fall we've ever seen.
No, maybe a 2 out of 10.
Oh,
he broke his wheel.
It looks like his tyres come off the rim.
I've got a spare board in the pits.
Yeah, there's a spare board in the pits, right, Luke? Is it in the pits? In the cab? Somebody tell him there's a board in the. There's a board in the.
Luke, my board's in camp. Guy, get Dan's van.
Yeah, that's a failure on the tyre there. The tyre has just come off the rim, and that's what's caused it to crash. That's unfortunate error. Now, Chill Winston, they're currently in first place. They have the bonus point. What's the tactic they're going to play? They don't care about the bonus point. That's the tactic they're going to play. Because if they beat their own time, ladies and gentlemen, they take the bonus point off themselves. So 25 miles an hour into that turn through Bruco. They do have a 10-point lead in the championship. Are they feeling that confident?
Charlie just likes to go fast around the course. Like that's literally it. That's all she talks about. I just want to go fast. It's boring if you don't. So she's not going to stop from
And she's
racing.
not going to, tactically, this she's potentially taking a point away from herself. Only takes one bad heat, split time, 33 seconds on a 10-point lead in the championship. You get one bad heat, you end up not earning hardly any points, and then someone else can jump those 10 points on you very easily.
Yeah, but how do you beat these guys, Dan?
With a stick while they sleep.
Exactly.
Whereas they go into the 3-cone, bit of work there from board rider Aidan Beamish, very smooth. As I said before, he does have a Guinness World Record for the longest jump whilst being towed by a horse. They are going for a faster time once again, 64 seconds so far on the clock.
I think they're going to do it.
78 is what they're trying to beat for some strange reason, but they're going to beat their own time and take away the bonus point off the table. That's how confident they are. They're going to beat everybody else. And through the time of 76.14, a round of applause for them. They beat their own time, and
To go further ahead.
next year I think it should be 3 bonus points to convince them, and maybe an extra cash prize or something to convince them to play the tactic.
But I mean, what they've done there, although there is a bonus point, they've taken it completely off the table. No one else could have got it anyway, but...
Yeah, but but now they've pushed themselves forward. They've got a 4.99 second lead, nearly 5 second lead on everybody else. Top and Tails have retired, who are in second place. It looks like it's going to come down to Blues and Twos. Spare Parts obviously did not finish their last race, and they have a broken board to fix in the meantime before their next race. So here we go. It was the team of Place Your Bets, 18 miles an hour into turn 1.
Yeah. So as they go around that top end into Bruco Bend, the pony's got his tail up in the air, and Border doing really well to stay there. Anne-Marie, can we go to the advanced rankings, please?
So making their way over towards Redback Boots, steady fast run for the team as well. They are currently in third place, 4.7 seconds behind second place, which is Send It Siblings. Send It Siblings currently 8.78 seconds behind Nightmares. That's quite a big hill to climb.
Yeah, it's quite a big hill, but you know what? I think Send It Siblings have it, and Place Your Bets, they have gone the wrong way.
And yeah, unfortunate turn there. So they got the split time on 48 seconds, but they did cut across the diagonal, and that is classed as a miss, so it'll be a 4-second penalty to add. 14 miles an hour. You see the gas coming right off now. They know they've already got a big penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for another completed run from Place Your Bets. We've only had one fall so far today, touch wood.
If you're watching this going, do you know what, horseboarding is something I'd like to get into, then just go to our website, horseboardinguk.org. Find us on TikTok at horseboardinguk, Twitter and Instagram. We're all over it. Or come down
And
to
Spotify.
And Spotify, where you can
the
listen to the
podcast.
Horseboarding UK I
Podcast.
can't speak.
Podcast. Making, so this is all the gear, no idea. Now, they didn't run their first run. It was very close to the other team using their horse. They seem to be making this run, so making their way around. And again, all of these teams, ladies and gentlemen, started exactly where you are on the other side of a crash barrier fence, and then thought, you know what, I like the idea of doing a bit of this. And you see this traditional gypsy cob here, not known for high speed and long distances, but they have a great time. And we used to have Levi, didn't we, who's a traditional gypsy cob, raced in the elites, and on the right ground, on the right day, they can have a great run.
No, definitely. And these guys, they come, they're getting better each competition. And I think, maybe next year they'll upgrade the engine. We could see these guys racing in the elite.
Yeah, I mean, the board rider working quite hard there, sitting down, and you see the horse really enjoys it. Ears forward and just doing the job. Just no thought of fear or concern. Just literally turning to a plod around, making their way towards the speed trap at 10-11 miles an hour. And ladies and gentlemen, let's call this pony home. It looks like needs an extra little bit of encouragement for the finish line. The throttle's up. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the team of All the Gear, No Idea. With a time of 79.52, that puts them into 5th place within the advanced teams. 3.01 seconds behind Just Drag in 4th. Now, place your bets, Send It Siblings and Nightmares. That's where it's all about. Nightmares currently in the lead with a bonus point on a 58.04 second run. Now, are they going to try and play for the bonus point, or are they going to do what Chill Winston does? I would imagine they're going to play for the bonus point.
Me, personally, I would tactically withdraw and wait and see what everyone else does.
So would I, particularly on this big heavy ground, particularly with a lighter horse. That would be my choice. As well, but it looks like they are opening up. They're here to race, and they don't care.
No one listens to us anyway. There we go.
What do we know? Through the finish line, 23 miles an hour.
Starting line.
Sorry. Speed trap. It's not even a start line.
As they come across the diagonal, board rider going really wide, getting a big whip there. It's a great bit of work from him to hold on to that as they come up to the red back boots double gate onto the chicane.
Yeah, now making their way into the chicane, right hand turn, left hand turn. Oh, board rider's down. Release.
That was
Caught.
Excuse me. Has anyone handed in a mobile phone? I've literally tracked it to here.
Oh, not as far as I'm aware.
You're welcome to look.
Okay.
By all means.
Okay, so sorry.
Did you want me to card it?
So apparently the.
Oh, okay. I think she actually treated it very well. She dealt with it very well.
Yeah, she's still pulling. Kept going.
Yeah.
So it looked to me like it got caught in the tail.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Yeah, looked to me. So the handle, ladies and gentlemen, connected onto the saddle, connected onto the horse rider, connected onto the board rider. It means that the horse rider can release the handle in a point of a second, and it means that if the horse rider ever does fall off the horse, the handle will automatically release itself. That's what that is there for. The releasing system, when you actually release the horse after a board rider has fallen, is the riskiest part of horseboarding. That is the part where if you do that wrong, you can very quickly get into a bit of a mistake. The general rule is release and continue riding forward. The 99.99% of the time, that handle will always come loose as long as the horse keeps going forward. That occasion, the handle caught in the tail, and so I think there was a discussion about whether or not there should be a card. I don't know what that discussion came out to, but we don't think. It seems the rider did all that she could and did everything correct. So I don't. That's
Here's the team of Nettles next. The horse is Nettle Rum. Horse rider is Charlie Buss, and the board rider is Aidan Beamish. They're a HC team. First time that this pony has been out competing, Dan.
Yeah, exactly. And again, another pony that's doing well. But Charlie Buss has produced 2 championship-winning horses and has won the championships 8 times between the 2 horses. So this is the 3rd one coming up, and you'd imagine that she's going to try the same thing. But she doesn't just do horseboarding, Charlie. She does all sorts of different sports. Great bit of work here, and you can see this is schooling. This is a good, steady, fast run. 43 seconds on the split.
It's still a good rundown. It's proactive. It's forward, teaching the horse that this is the game. We're just going to run. They're not asking for too much. They're just saying, let's go as fast as safely possible as they make this turn onto the 3-cone weave. This is tricky for this horse.
A lot of what she's doing is just allowing the horse to run. She's not here now. Obviously, she's got to do a lot of work. The horse finds that bit a bit difficult. But the rest of the course, she's not pushing the horse on. She's not trying to make the horse run fast. She's allowing the horse. She's letting the horse go if the horse wants to, because it's about enjoyment. And you can see They're having a lovely smile, Charlie, taking this pony around, who is showing all the promise in the world. 19 miles an hour, and making this final turn. How old is this pony? 4? 4.5? I think. Great bit of work. 4, we're being told. 4 years old, that pony, ladies and gentlemen. Through the finish line, and great bit of work. Clear round, 99.01 seconds. Nettles next, improves her time by 5 seconds from her last run. So that's what you need to do, isn't it?
Exactly that. As long as they keep improving each time, you know, that's how this team is going to progress. They know they can go edge faster and faster and faster, but without having to really start to push. But now we've got the team of Send It siblings. They're our advanced brother and sister team.
Yeah, and they look a bit keen. They're coming out for a bit of a fight. You can tell that they're in second place. Whoa, board rider! And now, referee. They did cross the start line. I did not cross the start line. Okay, so the rule is the whole team, board rider, horse rider, and horse must be connected at the start and the end of the race. If the board rider is not connected because he's fallen off, getting a bit over edgy to get to the start line, then the race is deemed not to have started, which means they will get that chance to race again. If they'd have crossed the start line, even if they've only gone over a metre and you crash, the race started, mate. No more chances. So they will go back into the rotation, and they will get their second attempt one more time. This is the team of Just Wing It with their new pony, Harry, who's made a good impression on me in the first time around the arena.
Can we go back
now
to
let's see if he will keep this good impression going. I like his stockiness. I like the fact he's got a good solid chest on him. Good rump as well, a leg on each corner. That's what I like to see.
And 24 miles an hour into the first bend, Dan. That's not bad at all. That's what we've seen from other teams. They definitely picked up the pace from their last run.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they're going to go with consistency.
Me too. Me too, because you know this horse is doing very, very well. This team, they are a bit of a wild card, even on the calmest of days. And I'd love to see this horse develop and become a real on-off horse. 37 seconds on the split, that's good time. So let's see. I mean, because the biggest problem we face, ladies and gentlemen, is that horses tend to get too excited, and what you have to do is not race them too hard when they first start. You've got to keep them calm. Now you can tell only from the saddle, really. Whoopla! And away!
That was a big hit.
Okay, and release. Well done for holding on to the pony. The pony seems alright. Give the pony a pat. And guess who's buying the beers tonight? It's Annette! Because she fell off the horse. And as you see there, she seems okay. So hopefully she's alright. She looks like she's getting back on. The referee says, yeah, she's absolutely fine.
And then when she comes in, that was a big head slap on the back of the head.
A round of applause for the team there.
Yeah, Nick, she
and
yeah, Nick, she definitely banged her head.
Okay, so
Is it in the arena still?
no, I think. Okay, so I'd just like to point out how well the handle released that I was explaining. If the horse rider ever falls off, the handle automatically releases off the saddle. Which is a very rare occasion. We don't often have the horse riders falling off.
I mean, it's nice to know that piece of equipment that we invented works.
I mean, well, it's worked every time so far. That's the important point. And now we've run, in the tens of thousands of races, so we can argue it's done its trial and error moment.
So not as speed hungry this time as the.
Okay, so there's a problem on the saddle. The release has come off the belt. The leash has come off the belt.
They need to stop.
The leash has come off the belt. The horse rider's not connected to the handle.
That would be a stop.
So the referee is going to pull the whistle. So just have to.
Yeah, okay.
The referees will work that out. So basically, what happened there is the handle. Now they don't normally talk about the handle this much, but the handle is connected to the horse rider via what we call the leash. The leash is the bit that allows the horse rider to release the handle very quickly, and also the bit, crucially, that allows this handle to release if the horse rider falls off. In that occasion, the leash had come off, which means if the rider had have fallen off, the board rider would have been connected to the saddle, and we wouldn't have had a pilot, and all sorts of problems could have developed. So the safety mechanism is to stop the race, to get the handle, and that would be, I put that down to a technical error. We will have to see how the refs judge it, but I think that will be their run lost.
Yeah, I think so too. They started the race, it was spotted. You know, it comes down to the teams really to keep an eye on their equipment, and if equipment failure happens, you know, you're just not keeping care of your kit.
Yeah, it's easily done. It could have just bounced undone. They need to check it and make sure they've still got its spring and all that sort of thing.
You can't blame a referee if the footballer hasn't tied his shoelaces, you know?
No, of course not. So just looks like
they're building for something here.
Amy Richards is going for the speed trap, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your hats.
The other way.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. Everybody on standby. This is very fast, and it's not the best of grounds, but here they go. It is racing speed, and they're going at the speed at 28 miles an hour. They've matched the fastest speed of the day. And you remember the 31 was running up the hill on the other side.
Extension on the pony, they barely got in. That's how much speed they were carrying around that top corner. Onto the red back boots, double gates, and turning sharp right-hand turn onto the chicane.
Yeah, the Blues and Twos currently in second place. They are 4 seconds, 4.99 seconds behind Chill Winston, who are currently in first.
32 seconds on the split. That is up on everybody else, Dan.
And just look at the way this horse runs. Even in the heavy ground, it runs like it's on a hydrofoil, almost as if it's barely touching the ground. Now it's got to get clever. This ex-racehorse, not always known for great flying changes, but going into the three-cone weave, brace off, shorten the stride, lovely stride. Oh, what? And through, ladies and gentlemen, that deserves a round of applause. Now, you've got a miss. We've got a touch on the second cone. And we'll see what the referee says. Throttles open all the way. You see the horse rider calling for more. The board rider hanging in for dear life. 26 miles an hour into that corner and making the way towards Bruco. He's down. He's down. He's down. He's down. He's out. Release.
Receiving.
And I think that may have been a yellow card.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. He fought hard there, but I think he did hold on for a little bit too long, and I think the refs are going to call that as a yellow card.
I agree.
So,
yes, I agree. Yellow card.
Okay, yeah, the refs are calling a yellow card. That means, so a round of applause for Blues and Twos, who got through the time in 70. They would have been 76. It was enough for first place without the touch. Unfortunately, the board rider, when he slipped, he held on too long. The board went behind him. Once the board goes behind you, you are considered to not be able to recover from that position, and therefore you are now dragging on the horse, and that's not something that we like. So that's a yellow card. Yellow cards add up to time penalties, and there's a cascade effect. The more yellow cards you get, the quicker the referees are to give you yellow cards. And they will keep banging them out every mistake you make. And the yellow card system is there for anything which is deemed to be unsafe, basically, or in any way dangerous. So, pretty active heat we're having here.
There's a lot of technical talk. We don't usually talk in this depth into the rules and regulations.
Every race is showing up a different rule.
I know we've read the rules. I mean, it's good for the teams. We are teaching them something.
So, spare parts making their way in. Now, the last time, his tyre came off. Now, has he just changed the wheel? Or has he got a different board? Now, if he's riding on a different board, it looks like he's changed the wheel. So, are the other tyres okay? Is there a problem with the tyres? We wonder. 24 miles an hour. Making their way around into Bruco, and you would not want to send. You see the throttle of Archie opening up across the diagonal. This is what we love to see. We've missed Archie. We really have. He hasn't raced with us this season, in fact. The other horse that they've got has been running for the rest of the season earlier on, but it's great to bring Archie back. I'm not sure why he was off, but here we go, now making their way towards the split time.
This is proactive, 37 seconds on the split down.
Good work there from the board rider. Amazing bit of work, Luke. Luke is come back just recently to racing after he had a very big crash in 2019? 2021? No, 2021. It was 2021. He had a massive crash, really made a mess of his shoulder, and He's fine. He's now back at the sport.
Doesn't look like he's wearing a lot of pads.
No, he's got his body protector on. Ladies and gentlemen, a great bit of work from the team of Spare Parts. Great work from the horse rider. Checking the board rider's okay. Now the throttle's open. It's a great bit of teamwork. 3 brains working as one. Speed trap, 26 miles an hour.
Oh, he's getting low. He's getting low.
Has he got the grip? Has he got the grip? He's got the power. He makes it. He makes it for the finish line. A round of applause for that. What a run! Just after Ryan Roberts, who made such a mess. 85-21 puts them into 3rd place. Spare Parts are back in the top 3. Let's hear it for Spare Parts. Great to see them back in the fight.
They'll be thrilled with that. Their last run.
I'm thrilled with that.
Yeah. There are a few teams that could scupper their hopes and dreams, but I think that's a solid time from Spare Parts. And you know what, Dan? They're one of my favourite teams, and I like to see them in that position.
Absolutely. I mean, they've done so much. They Amy raced in Holland and in Denmark. And they are also one of the teams going on to the International in Prague. This is Place Your Bets from the advanced class, currently sitting in 3rd place, 4.7 seconds behind Send It Siblings, 17 miles an hour, and the pony does look like it's moving on that little bit quicker and showing a little bit more pace.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're getting their confidence up. The more competitions they do, the more runs they get down. You're going to see this team really start building as they turn that right-hand sharp turner into the chicane, and Border looks really comfortable.
Yeah, now making it through the chicane, and the board rider not being challenged that much at all. You can see he looks quite relaxed on there. He's standing pretty much upright, and that's because he doesn't need to do a great deal of work. Split time 47 seconds, and they've got a missed gate once again. So somebody needs to explain that corner to it. 15 miles an hour. It will be a 4-second penalty to add, and making their way towards Bruco corner, Bruco bend, and for the finish line, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Place Your Bets, husband and wife team, 68-62. And Place Your Bets stay with a miss at 72-62. They stay in 3rd place, so good finish for them on this first heat here at Bowood. They are in 3rd out of 5. Good bit of running. So now we have Send It Siblings, currently in 2nd place. They do have a video review on the one time that they have, which is 66.82. They are now 8.78 seconds behind Nightmares. I'm not sure that this team have the experience to take on a race like that right now.
For me, what I would do is I'd try and match our first time, know that we've got it in the bag, and that the video review is definitely not going to take anything away from us.
Yeah, very much so. Making their way down, and actually it looks like they're going for a bit of a schooling run. 16 miles an hour. So maybe there's a part of the track they weren't happy with, and maybe the horse has been pulling a little bit wrong. And many teams have to do this all the way up until the elite, where they have to just bring the horse down a little bit and just say, hey, let's just do a steady run. It's a little bit like training carriage drivers. You know, you can't just scurry drive all the time. You've got to drive your ponies. You've got to spend time. They've got to know how to stand in the shafts. They've got to know, how to stand in the harness. And this is a similar sort of exercise, really. It's just about making sure that you've still got the drive so that you can eventually drive fast.
I think that made sense.
So going for the split time at 50 seconds. It's a good schooling run. This is the 3rd competition, and I think Nightmares, for no fault of Send It Siblings, have just got the faster day.
And I mean, Nightmares are literally
full-on adults.
Yeah, double their age as a combined team.
Yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, brother and sister team. Great bit of teamwork, really looking after each other for the finish line. For the team of Send It Siblings, with a time of 72.97, which isn't their fastest run, 66.82. So you can see they're a good 6 seconds off. So they're definitely on a conservative run there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But now we go back to the elites. This is the team of Just Wing It. They've got their new pony, Harry.
It is Harry, I believe. 1-4 Harry. It's called 1-4 Harry. Another ex-racehorse. I like the stamp. I like the colour of his jib. I like the stamp of this pony. It's kind of horse that you could
Joust on.
joust and trick ride on. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Solid all around, 24 miles an hour.
That's
and
the kind
again,
of consistency I like to see. They've
Yeah.
come out 3 times, 24 miles an hour each time, and they're just holding the pace, teaching the pony the game. Then they can start building that pressure. Maybe not this heat, but to
No,
this
they
afternoon
don't
and
need
tomorrow.
to. They need to do steady runs. What we don't want to do is that horse to suddenly start thinking, oh, okay, what we do is we come in the arena and we gallop around as fast as possible. That's not the game. The game is controlled speed, on and off throttle, into the split time, 37 seconds. Very nice work. A little bit on a sort of Chill Winston sort of pace in the consistency of this run. They're not really going up and down the speedo that much. They're kind of kind of consistent on the speed.
Do you think this team have finally, started to learn that consistency is
Okay,
key?
so they got into trouble here the last time. You can see they're taking a lot. No, the horse didn't like it, so there's a misgate at least, I believe, on the weave. So it looks like that might be the weakness for this pony. Is the chicane? The weave can do that. Pony opening up there now, running past me, looking beautiful. 29 miles an hour. A new daily track record. They would say the track record here is 31, but 29 miles an hour is the fastest speed we've seen today. The grass is wet and it's long. Let's have a round of applause for the team of Just Wing It.
Was it not a miss?
What'd you say? So the time of 83.80. There is a penalty on the chicane. We're just finding out which penalty it is.
Oh, wait, is that added in there? Can you see a penalty there?
Yeah, +1.
Okay, so how do I...
Hang on, +8. They get 2 misses.
No, just 1.
Okay, so
There we go.
Okay, so Just Wing It stay in 4th place, or move to 4th place with that run, in fact, even with a 4-second penalty. So that was a real shame, because they would have been up into 3rd place. They would have knocked Spare Parts down. Now
But
we have
I
the
think
team of Blues and Twos. They are currently in 2nd place. No, they are not in 2nd place. They're in 5th place. They are 12 seconds behind the leaders. They're 0.5 of a second behind 6th place. Behind 4th place, Just Wing It, 26 miles an hour. Is this the last race?
Yeah.
And this is the last race, ladies and gentlemen. They've left it to the final run. They need to get 12 seconds to get up to the top of the leaderboard from their previous run. Now, we saw Ryan take a little bit of a spill earlier on and earn himself a yellow card. It looked like something snapped and came off then, but I can't see anything. So here the race is still on. The horse making their way across, and you can see consistent. I love the way this horse runs at 19 miles an hour. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 43 seconds currently on the split. 78.3 is what they're aiming for. 50 seconds again. So they got 28 seconds to get around this arena and get home. 56 seconds. And look, 20 seconds to go before they can, if they take 1st place. The throttle's open. 63 seconds to 76. That's what we're looking for. It's a sub 76.14. 26 miles an hour. 70 seconds. They're going to be very close. 72, 73. For the finish line at 76.22 seconds. And they go into 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause.
Confirm 1 touch.
And we'll just confirm there is a touch. So wait, that's going to add a second to it. To make it, so it's 70s, is it 1 touch or 2 touch?
1 touch.
77-22, they stay in 2nd place, even with a touch. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Blues and Twos.
Yeah, the difference in the end was 1.08 seconds between 1st and 2nd place. So she was only 0.8 of a second off, but unfortunately there was a touch. So running through the results of the elite. The advanced first. And the advanced is 5th place, All the Gear, No Idea. 4th place, Just Drag.
3rd place is Place Your Bets.
2nd
place is Send It Siblings.
And in 1st place, it is Nightmares, taking away 11 points from that heat.
And in the elites, in 6th place, it's Nettles Next.
In 5th place, Just Wing It.
4th place, Spare Parts.
3rd place, Top and Tails.
2nd place, Blues and Twos.
And 1st place, once again, is Chill Winston, carrying on their charge to the championship podium. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for all the teams of Horseboarding UK.